Well, welcome. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you here in this newest building of Boston University and to a reception of a well-established, not new program, a traditional program for the Boston Scholar, that is employee of the city of Boston who attend Boston University, more specifically Metropolitan College. I would like to thank the leadership of the City of Boston to joining us. Of course, first and foremost, Mayor Walsh, but I have a special introduction for him. So I'll start with his team. David Sweeney, Chief of Staff, Patrick Brophy, Chief of Operation, Ren Dorsey, Chief of Education, who was our speaker last year, Bill Evans, Police Commissioner, who we have the privilege to have on our faculty, and Sheila Dillon, Director of Neighborhood Development. Important. Every time when we say that, and we get new students. I'm also very pleased that leadership from the academic side, from the department, from the college are present today, and from the university. I'll start with Jake Sullivan. Jake, where are you? Yes, who is our Assistant Vice President for Government and Community Affairs, our lifeline to the outside world. Mayor Walsh, there is a lot more equipment when you come than it's usually in this room. So, Luchit Kushev, Associate Dean of Academic Affairs of Metropolitan College, Carl Sessa, Associate Dean of Enrollment and Student Affairs for Metropolitan College, and most importantly, the 36 City of Boston employees who work across the city, Boston Police Department, Neighborhood Development, Parks and Recreation. It is truly a service across the city and Boston. Thanks also to Vivian Leonard and Vivian and Dana Weber, right there, who have been working with us for years on this program and who have helped us get the best students and have really what is becoming both a long-standing tradition and the pride of the university. Now it is my pleasure to introduce the mayor of the city of Boston, Martin J. Walsh. He is a native of the city, knows it, was raised here, and knows its problems, its qualities, its prides, and its failures by heart, intimately. And the failures are becoming fewer and fewer, if any. He is the 54th mayor, sworn in on January 6, 2014, and has communicated a vision of thriving, healthy, innovative Boston, a vision that is not just in words, but has a record of accomplishment. I can't go through the whole record because we don't have that kind of time, but I do want to mention the most salient achievement. In education, under Mayor Walsh's leadership, by the way, we did get with Mayor Walsh for the first time a chief of education. So it was a concerted effort, which is strange in a city which is the Athens of America and the pride of education of the world. The result is that hundreds of high-quality pre-garden seats were added. Extended learning time, advanced curricula were funded. Secured a tuition-free community college for Boston Public School graduates is available. And that's just on the side of everyday impact that we will have in education. At the same time, the economy got special attention, more specifically by attracting industry-leading private sector employers, upgrading the city's digital structure, using technology to transform government services. Examples are parking meter payment application to a new city website. The parking meter application, I have personally to thank you. It made it finally possible for me to visit Boston from suburbia on the weekend. And I'm sure I'm not alone. Mayor Walsh is the founding vice chair of the Cities of Opportunity Task Force at the U.S. Conference of Mayors that is addressing income inequality, one of the most serious problems that we are facing today. The Walsh administration has also addressed housing in the city. There is a plan that is setting records for new affordable and middle-class homes. There is a state-of-the-art homeless shelter was built, and the city has a path towards effectively ending homelessness. In crime prevention and police community relation, the administration has been hailed by the White House for expanding opportunities for young people and breaking new ground. And I'll conclude with some milestones, other milestones, such as the nation's first municipal office of recovery services to prevent and treat substance abuse, a city's cultural plan, the first in a generation to restore Boston's identity as an arts leader. And all of this, when typically you think arts education, where is the money going to come from? Well, the city has its first AAA bond rating, and that, of course, unlocks investment opportunity. Finally, the mayor has invited the people of Boston to help build a blueprint for the city's future. It is Imagine Boston 2030. That is the first citywide plan in half a century. There was more, but I'll stop at this point. In a nutshell, Mayor Walsh is leading Boston on a path to success and prosperity that is not reserved for the privileged few, but gives opportunities for all. Mayor, the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Dean. And I should have had you with me the last 6 months, just going around the city. But I want to thank you. That introduction is not about me. It's about a lot of the people in this room, quite honestly, and the great work that people in the city, who work for the city do. And I want to thank you for that. You know, I just get I get the good fortune of being the name on the door. But as I look around the room, a lot of you that are scholars here today do that work. So thank you for that. I want to also thank Vivian, who's going to come up here in a few minutes, Vivian Leonard, and Regine is Regine, did I get your name right? Where's Regine? Regine, right? Regine, that's good. Regine's going to speak in a little bit, and Charlene is going to speak in a little bit. So I look forward to that, and thank you, and congratulations. We're excited about that. I'm not going to go into all the people here, but I want to thank all, the commissioner and the chiefs and all the folks that lead departments and lead areas in the city. Thank you for what you do every single day. I want to thank everyone for being here, for celebrating 33 years of city scholarship programs here at BU, Boston University. Thank you, Jake Sullivan, for your great work as well. This has certainly been a great partnership that goes back a long time in the city, with the city of Boston and with Boston University, and it continues with our administration. And people getting an opportunity to continue your education and further your careers is a great, exciting opportunity. And that's one of the things that I love about having this program and these programs, to give people the opportunity to actually go back to school, and some people older in life to go back to school. I mean, I didn't graduate college till I was 40-something years old, and I think you get more out of it when you're a little older going back to school and learning it. So I want to congratulate all of you. This program has also helped our city leadership. It's made our leadership stronger. And actually, quite honestly, it's propelled some people that might not have been in leadership into the excitement of thinking about being in leadership. So I want to thank you for that as well. The city scholars that we're recognizing today have very different jobs. We have police officers, as I said earlier, we have accountants, we have neighborhood liaisons, we have the chief diversity officer, and we have so many other different areas, housing specialists and different people that do different education specialists. I want to thank you all for doing this. All of you support, as I said earlier, healthy, safe, and the health and safety and the well-being of a city. And we are an exciting city right now in Boston. There's a lot of great things going on, and that doesn't happen by accident. What all of you have in common in this room that are part of this program is that you're all committed to the city of Boston, and that's what's exciting about it. One of the values that guide us as public servants is a desire to keep learning. We strive to find new ways to improve and how to do things, and that's exactly what you have here at Boston University. I want you to be proud of the fact that you're a public employee as well. I've been in politics now for 20 years, and when I got elected as a state representative, I proudly supported working people. I proudly supported public servants. Oftentimes we'll get criticized for different things, and people will put a mark on public employees, but don't look at it that way. Public servants are in a lot of ways, you are the cornerstone of a city in the different areas that you work in. Because when people are looking for help in the private sector, oftentimes they turn to us. Whether it's a police officer on the street, whether it's a housing specialist, whether it's a chief diversity, whatever you do, they turn to us in different areas. So I think it's important, our library. So I want to, again, thank you. We're trying to continue to make our leaders stronger in the city of Boston, making sure and keep people serving in the city of Boston. These scholars have a lot in their plate. People, the families that are here, we know that they have a lot in their plate because our scholars have full-time jobs. A lot of people volunteer their time for different things, and they're raising a family, and they still have the opportunity to find time to go to school. So I wanted to congratulate you and thank the families. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your passion. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Boston University, for what you do as well. Thank you for continuing to offer this opportunity. There's 2 events that I go to every year. I come to this event every year, and I also go to the scholarship event from our Boston Public School kids that get a chance to come to Boston University. It's exciting to see both. It's exciting to see our young people that go to our schools to have the opportunity to go to college here and have an opportunity to get a 4-year degree that is an incredible opportunity, an incredible degree for them to get. And it's great to come to an event like this to see the work that all of you put in. I'm going to call out one guy from it, Donnie Tavares. The other day, Donnie came into the office, and I congratulated him, and I could see a smile on his face. And, you know, I've known Donnie for a long time. I haven't known everyone in the program that's graduating. But what I'm saying to Donnie, what I said to Donnie the other day, I can say to every single one of you here tonight, I am so proud of you. I'm so proud of your accomplishments. I'm so proud of you sticking to it. And I'm proud of the fact that you are city employees. So thank you very much. Congratulations to all of you.
I would like now to introduce the City of Boston Scholars. Thank you for all you do for the city. And we'll acknowledge each one of the scholars. Please hold your applause for the end. And everybody is getting a little gift, very appropriate at the time. It's a hat, so that you can...
So we'll announce this in alphabetical order. And if people would like to bring their department heads up with you as well for the photo op, feel free to do so as well. And if we've forgotten anyone from this list, please let us know. We were trying to catch everyone as they came in. So the first person on here is Eugene Barros. We can do the picture without the hat, or... There you go. Anne-Marie Belrose. Matthew Bradley. Janine Busby. Robertson Castro. Castor. Here you go. Charlene Chanel Fateau. Thank you. You're welcome. Lenita Cullinane. Emily De Silva. You're welcome. Amber DeAngelis. She left. She left. Oh, well, that's fitting. Jordan Desi. Also in, okay. Regine Desir. Oh, here. You're hot.
You got a lot of studying for that.
Nora Doherty. She's, oh, okay. Carol Hodling. Hoteling. Hodling. Joseph Leonard. Benjamin McNeil. Kelvin Pham. Eddie Pinkerton. Angel Robinson. Cynthia Sanchez. Jennifer Sheehan. Danielson Tavares. Ben Vayner. Oh, it's cold. Jasmine Nguyen. Did I miss anyone on the list? We have extra hats too, so if anyone gets cold. All right. Yeah, it's true.
It's now my pleasure to introduce Vivian Leonard, who is our longtime friend and collaborator. Vivian has served as Director of Human Resources for the City of Boston for several years and was reappointed by Mayor Walsh. She's a Boston native and the first female to head the Human Services Department. Vivian has extensive background in labor relations and human resources. She has previously served as the Manager of Labor Relations for the Boston Medical Center and Director of Labor Relations for the City of Boston Department of Health and Hospitals. Vivian holds a Bachelor's of Science from Northeastern and a Juris Doctor from Suffolk University Law School. She's a member, most importantly, of Boston University Urban Affairs Advisory Board. Thank you, Vivian. And chair of the YMCA Training Inc. Partners Advisory Council. Vivian, thank you for being a friend. Thank you for your support, and the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. You going to speak back to me? Absolutely. Thank you, thank you. First, I must thank Mayor Walsh for his leadership in terms of this crucial relationship that we have with Boston University. But I'd also like to thank and acknowledge Dane Slotova, Catherine Meyer-Morin, and also Dana Weber, who sort of keeps us on track with the scholarship program. Boston is a world-class city, and like I say often, world-class cities don't run themselves. It takes leadership of Mayor Walsh, but most importantly, it takes the crucial partnership that we formed with Boston University and committed employees like you who are undertaking many of the programs that are offered here. As scholars and employees, you represent innovative ideas that we seek in terms of our continued evolution as a world-class city. So therefore, to the scholars, I would like to say thank you for your dedication and your service. And I just want to reiterate what Mayor Walsh says. You should be absolutely proud to be a public servant. I've been a public servant since I got out of school, and I can tell you initially this is not what I started out to do. But once I got involved and really saw the opportunities and figured out that I like helping people, then, you know, and continue to receive opportunities for promotions, I got sucked in and I'm in love with it. You know, as a Boston native, I really do love the city of Boston. I'm glad that my parents migrated here from the South because this is home. No matter where I go, I always find myself saying I want to go back home. So thank you very much for everything that you do. So without further ado, I do have the pleasure of introducing one of your colleagues in the program, Regine Desir. Regine was born and raised in Boston. However, she represents the story of an immigrant family who came here looking for a better way of life. Her parents immigrated from Haiti to Boston in 1970, and she is very grateful for the strong foundation that they have provided her in terms of realizing that education is the key. Regine has worked for the city of Boston for 2.5 years. She initially started off in the registry division of birth, death, and marriage with Patty, who was her supervisor. And Patty was responsible for encouraging Regine to apply for a scholarship. And I guess, you know, Regine took a little bit of time to think about it. With Patty's urging, she realized that it was a good thing for her career to do. Regine currently works with the city clerk's office, so she's since got promoted, so that's very good. In her spare time, Regine is a board member of a nonprofit organization called Begin to Dream Again, where she is helping homeless women in the city of Boston to actualize their goals and their aspirations. Regine, I said, this is only the beginning for you. Keep going from here, but without further ado, Regine.
Good evening, everybody. I'm proud to say that I completed my first semester in the Urban Affairs program. And I'm grateful for this opportunity to continue my higher education. And I just want to thank you, Mayor Marty Walsh, for this opportunity. This was made possible the beginning of this program, I learned a lot, especially about myself. I learned about the balance between work and school, and most importantly, family. So every second counts. I have met some extraordinary people that work in the city as well, especially some great professors here too as well. I learned about the passion and love and what makes an incredible difference within the city of Boston, and I believe that those are excellent qualities to have, especially as an employee. You're helping people. So this semester I was enrolled in 2 classes, History and Theory with Professor Madu and Research Methods with Professor Yesham. I learned about research methods and the different methods used for research and hard work that entails, such as lit reviews, analyzing data, quantitative analysis. I learned about different theories and how to apply to be a better planner, and what skills are used to apply to be a planner. It was exciting to have professors that make you think outside the box, and have professors that have devoted passion for their work. Again, I just want to say I'm thankful for being a recipient for this scholarship, and it's giving me the opportunity to work forward towards my master's degree. By this, I will be able to take from this and learn to pay it forward and be an active member of the City of Boston.
Thank you, Regine. And congratulations on completing your first semester. Next, I have the opportunity of introducing someone who I've known for a while and actually have had the pleasure of seeing her grow as an individual, as an employee at the City of Boston. And I'm speaking none other than of Chardine Chanel Fateau. She's a lifelong resident of Boston and has been with the city since 2006, where she was first introduced to the city by being on the Youth Council. Since then, she's held several positions, but currently she is employed in fair housing and equity, where she is an intake specialist working with Janine Asselon. She was encouraged to apply for this scholarship by Keith Williams. So for that, I'm sure you're very thankful. Charlene has the task of assessing potential housing discrimination complaints and works with investigators and enforcement team to assess the needs of the constituents, which is a very, very critical role. Charlene is very involved in the community. She works with the schools. She's on various committees within the community, but she also likes to have a little fun, and she's turned a hobby into something that's turned out to be pretty successful. She's what we call a professional blogger, Mayor. She's as a matter of fact, last week I heard a voice, and I said, that voice sounds familiar, and it was Charlene on Chronicle. Yeah, talking about her blogging. So, and she is an advocate for women who are considered to be plus size and encouraging them that, you know, it's okay to be plus size. I think that's a good thing, that we should encourage everyone to be themselves and feel comfortable with who they are. But Charlene, congratulations. I am very proud of you. Come on up.
Good evening, everyone. Last year, when I was asked to give a few words, I spoke as a first semester urban affairs student. I was just finding out what city planning meant, and to be quite honest, I was scared. My time management skills were non-existent. I was afraid to ask questions because many of the students already seemed like they've been planning cities for decades. Also, I wasn't quite confident in my collective experiences as a City Hall employee. There were many times where I questioned if this was the right program for me. With encouragement from Dion Irish, who's an MUA alum, my former boss, and the current commissioner for the election department of the City of Boston, he's right there, I started to become less anxious about my experience as a student. He told me that he told me about his experiences at BU. He told me that I shouldn't be afraid to ask the questions. It's the only way that I would actually learn. He highlighted a few of the classes that he took while he was here, and I felt a bit more at ease. Plus, who can forget his face all over the MBTA buses and trains? Dion is iconic. With guidance from Janine Anzalata, my current boss and executive director of the Office of Fair Housing and Equity, who's right here, She gave me practical graduate school advice. She emphasized what time management looked like for someone who wore several hats. And today, and I can attest to how well she wears each of those hats. She told me about her experiences as a master's student here at BU, and that even though it's a lot right now, it'll all be worth it in the end. And with constant reassurance from Keith Williams, my mentor since I was 18 years old, my friend and current supervisor, and of course Vivian Leonard, who almost tells me everything about myself every time I see her in the halls, they always remind me of how far I come along, from an office intern for Mayor Menino to a wage negotiator under the leadership of Kathleen Lusk and beyond. They constantly remind me of why I deserve to be here at BU and why I can continue to roll with the best of them. Those moments of reassurance truly propel me further than they know. Today, I stand before you as a student that has 6 classes under her belt and attended numerous lecture series. And I can confidently now say, bring it on. This semester has been one of my most eye-opening semesters that I've had so far at BU. My instructor for both of my classes this semester, my research methods and urban economics courses, Yashim, who's here as well, has given me one of the greatest lessons ever. The numbers and data that we collect aren't just numbers, but they are people. Under the leadership of Mayor Walsh, I've come to appreciate the data that his cabinet chiefs are charged with collecting from each department. Each number isn't just a tally at the end of the week. It's a benchmark for the work that we do and a constantly moving target that we must continue to aim for as public servants. As someone who avoids numbers and calculations at all costs, Yashim helped me understand that the numbers we collect paint a portrait of how we can assess the needs of the residents of the city of Boston. My favorite part of the assignments was when she asked us to draw policy recommendations from the calculations. It was the most empowering part of the assignment because it didn't teach us to look at the numbers as complicated economic calculations, but they were each the constituents that walk through my office every day. Each person who walks through the walls of City Hall isn't just foot traffic or someone who's looking to pay a parking ticket. It's someone who needs us. And when we can get an accurate number of the residents we serve every day, we can assess the needs of each person, then we'll be in a better position to serve the city of Boston. A huge thank you to Yashim for teaching me another side of city planning and public service that I always looked at as an abstract concept. I can't say that I'll be excited to calculate location quotients all the time, but I can at least explain what it means as it relates to the city of Boston. I'm very thankful to Boston University and the city for giving me an opportunity of a lifetime. I'm also thankful for my classmates as well. This has to be the first time that I've learned just as much from my instructors as I did from my classmates. Regine Desir in particular, she truly taught me about drive and how no obstacle is too big for anyone to overcome. Getting my master's was never on my radar because I couldn't afford to go on to 2 or 3 more years of school without understanding where I wanted to be in life. Today, I know exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I'm grateful for this. Thank you for your time.